Hello to everyone. My name is Edwin Lamadrid. I am a student of the Master's in Management of Information Technologies. In the next video, we will show the whole process of installation and configuration of the helpdesk tool page D. The first thing we are going to do is to enter in the page of the owner of the program and proceed to download the software. I show here. We put in this link and the process for download start. Once download, we begin the decompression process of the file, leaving all the file as follows. When we finish to download this file, we got a file with the name space D212 to set up the process of the lab. When finish the process of decompression, leaving all files as follows. All these files that we see here is all the files that we need to set up the process of the configuration of the program to help desk. Once the decompression is finished, we proceed to place all the files on the web server. All these files we need to put into the file of on the web server. In my case, I am working with a package that includes Apache, PHP, and MySQL. That called app-serve. We can see here all the files of my web server. In this, all the files are placed in the www folder on the web server, and we start the initial configuration process. How you can see, we found into the folder www the folder of helpdesk page D. Into this folder, we can show all the files of this helpdesk program. Then we enter from a browser like Mozilla or Google Chrome and enter by the local server address to start of configuration of the helpdesk, just like that. On the first page, show the entire process of configuration of the database and its tables. How you can see that we set up with the process of the configuration with the parameters of access of the database. In the same way, to create of tables and to other parameters like electronic mail and administrative permission and general configuration. Well, I'm going to begin to process of configuration. We start with touch this button. I can see here all the parameters of my local database, MySQL. Well, I need first to create the database into PHP MyAdmin. This is the platform that I can use to administration of my database. I put here the name of my database and begin to process of create this database. Create. Well, when we finish to create the database, we continue to process of configuration. We press a button in the bottom save value. The next step is to create a table. We can see here a message of this process to create the next table. On the help desk is table. And we can see all the table that this software is. When we finish to create of tables on the database, we're going to begin to configuration of parameters to send email. In this part, we need to describe the configuration of our email, because this software needs we configure the parameters. Any email we can communicate with the platform, the help desk. So I'm going to put in a Gmail configuration. To smtp server.gmail.com, my email, how that you can see, we finished to create the parameters of to send email. We continue to permission of administrator. Well, in this section, we're going to put all information of the operator with permission of administrator, and we're going to create the operator. Okay. Continue with the attribute of ticket. In this section, we're going to initiation of the configuration of the attributes of the ticket. These attributes we can to change later. We can to add, modify, or delete these attributes. I'm going to let in this way. We save. Well, I can see we can see that of the process of the configuration of the page D helpdesk we will finish. Once the configuration process is finished, we proceed to enter the helpdesk platform, placing the link in the browser How Operators. The user, I write the password. Once inside, we have access to entire administration panel. I show on the screen generation of new tickets, queries, request management, administration, and functionalities of each one. Like you can see in the screen, new ticket, required, request management, administration, and functionality. In the section administration, we place the most important option to finish assembling to helpdesk software. We can edit, add, or delete new areas, users, operators, and sectors of operators. You can see in the screen. We can add a new area here, and if I want to add new one, I use like 011, and I have to put a new name of this area. Let's see, salute, and we're going to save, and now we can see the new area, right? In the same way, I can add a new user. I have two users, put in save. Now we can see the new users. In the same way, I can add a new operator. The operators are in charge of operating or administering the system, right? Save, and now we can see the new operator with the level access administrator. Now I'm going to proceed to entry like users. We put the user and the password, right? You can see here the information of this user, like user ID, name as last name, and what is the area to his work. All right, here I can create a new required. When he finishes to write the application, the user must to press the button to save the application, and he throws a number of applications with which he can follow up. Just like you can see that the number of the required is number 2. Then we enter again as a operator and proceed to ticket request. Okay, I write my user, the password. Okay, and here I see what is the request. Okay, I enter here. I read what is the what needs the user, and I can open the ticket, right? I write the information and save, right? Here on my initial screen, I can see what my pending tickets are to solve, like you can see here. Once the ticket has been solved to the user, I enter again and I put the information and close the ticket, right? And save. And in that way, the process is finished. I want to show you an application based. As a user, I'm going to open a new ticket here, send. So, well, I can see here the number of my incident. Yeah, this is my number. Well, I automatically receive an email with the information that I generate a ticket. How you can see in the email. I open the email, the information, I see the information that I need to solve a new ticket. I enter in this link, all right, and send me to the software of the help desk. In this moment, I am like user. I'm going to change to operator. So I'm going to solve this ticket. I enter here, and then I write what is the solution, right? And press the button. Okay. In this moment, the ticket is solved, right? If I come back to the initial screen, my incident how operator is finished, but like user, I need to finish the problem like user. Okay, I enter here and write to approve the solution. Okay, and this is solution approved. Now in my screen, I don't have any required to solve.